Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Tamir, is here for you to bring you quality content, mindset, and disciplines for the week ahead. This video currently discussing Tesla, Monday, December 29th, 2025. The stock is currently sitting at just under $474 with a clear bullish bias in the options chain. Will this be a setup for the upside? Let's break down the options chain, max pain, news, and key signals for Monday's open. Stick around. This could be big for 2026.
I don't need recognition. I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues. I'm in position.
So I'm looking for an open above 475 with a run up above 490 for a clear bullish bias. That's what we really need to have the bulls full on. If we open below 472 and we head down and fall below 469, the next level of major support is between the 462 and 465 level. I'm not bearish until I see that level broken, although, of course, if it's starting to slide fast and you have options expiring this week, you're going to want to have a stop loss. You don't want to try to make a long move and lose half your money on the way down. You want to get in at the right time, get out at the right time if you're a trader. From an investment perspective, you know, Tesla's becoming more and more bullish with all the technologies that it's coming out with. But from a technical perspective, we're looking for a hold above 475 all the way back to the 485 range that it was on Thursday, and to pass 490 and start setting new highs. It'll have a psychological level at 500, and then it can go all the way up to as high as about 530, upon which, if it passes that, then we got the blue skies, clear light, but we got a long way to go between now and then. So where are we sitting now? Well, like I said, until we break 462, I see bullish bias for the weeks ahead. The options chain is good, but we're going to need the market to continue as well. The SPY is also making that same decision. It looks like to be in bull territory, but if we get it to go back, we got to see it hold at key support levels. Max pain for this week for Tesla is 465. It then goes significantly lower in the coming weeks. Obviously, that will change as the options chain changes, but knowing that means that the price is going to gravitate to that level as a magnet without catalysts or movement. We do have big bullish sweeps in options above $14 million at the 550 strike price range, showing long-term growth from institutions. They believe it's going to hit higher levels. We have some analysts going up to 550. And of course, Elon would love to see 627 because that would bring him to a $2 trillion market cap roughly, and he'll hit his first compensation package and reward, which would be pretty unbelievable. The options flow sentiment is high conviction trades showing 64% of dollar volume in calls and about 35.5% or so in puts, pointing to bullish bias. Implied volatility is moderate, around 44%, and open interest is spread wide. So there's some caution and real optimism. Like I've been preaching the whole month, I'm cautiously optimistic on Tesla. Its PE is way out of whack on a fundamental perspective, and for a lot of people, it's an overpriced stock. With the technology of FSD, robo-taxi, and AI, and all the other battery things that it's got going on, and a huge new fleet of things coming out, like the semis and the Roadster, and a bunch of stuff on the horizon, Tesla's poised for victory, in my opinion. But we need good catalysts and good news. I believe Elon's been doing a good job at self-promoting this very often with the biggest platform in history for social media. Now, last year I got caught on the Tesla, was all the way hitting at the highs, and then it dropped, and I took a big hit. So this year I'm going to be a little more cautious, although there's a lot more technologies to making Tesla optimistic. You know, Tesla ranged from $220 something all the way up to $498. That's a massive range for 1 year. As far as the January 2026 chain overview, we have bullish activity stands out despite lower max pain. We have a callish sweeps at 550, I believe it's January 16th, showing big players expecting significant upside by mid-2026. Think unsupervised FSD, think robotaxi scaling. Open interest is concentrated across several strike prices, reflecting a mix of caution and optimism. If you can ride the momentum up and down on Tesla, you can do very, very well. There are a lot of opportunities trading, but this is not for beginners as far as trading goes. And this is not financial advice. You can lose your shirt on Tesla. It's sitting, close to all-time highs. I'm sharing what I'm doing based on the levels mentioned and based on my particular take on Tesla. I've been trading Tesla for years, and I make some nice momentum moves on it. So I like to share it at key pivotal moments. I shared it all throughout November going up, and I hope some of you made some money on that. But you need to do your own diligence. You need to have a trade plan, and you need to know your risk tolerance. Very, very important. You can get lost with Tesla. I lost 15% on Friday with the drop. So I held because I have a level that I'm holding support until that I believe it's going to hold at. Or if it breaks, that's when I'll break my position, right? So stick to your trade plan is very important. Win or lose, right? You don't want to get affected by FOMO. You don't want to just follow YouTubers like me or anybody else. That's not a way to make money. Now let's talk news. Real progress has been made in 2025 and 2026 with unsupervised full self-driving. And recent demos like the AI director's driverless ride, the highlights on autonomy are very big wins for Tesla. Their battery production went up, very big win for Tesla. Optimus robots are being, I can't wait to get one of those, are advancing. They're being rolled out. I mean, could you imagine us having robots in our households? First of all, this brings me back to, I'm getting nostalgic here. Reminds me of early Apple days where products were just stacking up. You had, the iPhone, the iPad, the that. All these products and technologies were stacking up, and now you pay monthly memberships and fees for all of these things. You renew them every year. I see Tesla becoming a full Mag 7, worthy of doing that. Having products that you're using every day. I mean, what makes a Mag 7 stock? Why are they bunched in this category? The way I see it, every one of those names, whether it be NVIDIA with, their graphics card and their chips, or Microsoft Windows and all of their products, Xbox, whatever, there's a million products. I'm not going to get into all of them, or Apple or Amazon. All of it has to do with what you use constantly all the time and what you're plugged into without fail, where they can advertise, where they can take a portion of your income, your money, what's facilitating everything out there, Amazon, all of the Facebook, all of these companies have the same theme that you're using them all the time. Tesla is the only one that, unless you're in the EV world or battery world, you haven't really touched it, which is why the evaluation is so high on it. So the way I see it is, once they start the technologies that Tesla has start to integrate like Apple, and I believe this is like an early sign that's happening right now, it will stack up and the company's market cap will go up accordingly. And they'll get more memberships in each one of these categories, creating more revenue and making the PE more stable. Personally, I love the momentum on Tesla. I love the volatility. I have been caught a few times negatively on it. That's why I don't encourage people to get into it. But I hold Tesla leaps. Every time it dips really, really low, like last year, I bought, leaps in the money that I've been holding on till now that are worth tremendously more than they were when they started, because I believe that you can ride Tesla up and down, and you should keep a small long-term position under certain levels at certain key parts. Tesla, to me, is a long-term player that's going to take over market share, but they got to prove themselves, right? Elon's got to step up to the plate. His technologies have to start performing, and we have to start using these things on a day-to-day. So for Monday's open, bullish bias, we're looking for it to gap up above 475 to 480, above that range, right? And head to try to break 490 to be fully bullish. We don't want to see it to break support of 472 and then 469. That would be very bad. We want to see the RSI climbing above 40, above 45. We want to see the MACD crossover. That'll be that'll keep the bull flag intact. Sorry, I have not had my coffee this morning. It actually regulates me. So, another question I wanted to bring up that a lot of people ask, that I've seen on the internet all the time, is how does this SpaceX affect Tesla? Is there some benefit to being a Tesla shareholder or for Tesla that SpaceX, going public and the technology that SpaceX has will affect Tesla? Well, yes. Even though they're two separate companies, Tesla is a public company and SpaceX is a private company, soon to be IPO. They're both Elon Musk driven, and these benefits stemmed from both companies from shared resources. For example, the Roadster is a combination of the engineering and the technologies gotten through SpaceX with Tesla, and their EV market. So we have batteries, we have faster EV stuff going on, we have advanced materials, lightweight engineering. All of these things are going to synergize one between another. And as long as Elon continues to be as brilliant as he is, every year is going to bring new opportunities. Tesla sells parts and energy products to SpaceX, right? Boosting its revenue. And SpaceX bought over 1,000 Cybertrucks in 2025 for operations. So, they have all this conversation about the Cybertrucks not selling. Elon's going to find a way to move all this inventory. Everything's going to get done. He's getting too big to fail at this point. And once it starts integrating into our daily lives, I see it moving. I'm extremely bullish on Tesla. I hate to be one of those meme stock type people, but I've been turned with Tesla, watching them over the years continue to perform. Of course, if they have a change in leadership or things start to fail, or accidents happen from FSD or something happens, that could be a bearish catalyst that we want to watch out for. So Elon Musk's leadership of both Tesla and SpaceX create a powerful synergy, make for, in my opinion, just a stronger push in 2026 for Tesla owners. This shareholders, this Musk ecosystem drives innovation, cost savings, and brand hype. Without Tesla owning SpaceX stock, it fuels, Tesla's edge in autonomy, AI, sustainable energy, as potential of lifting the stock value up through shared talent and breakthroughs. So we got a lot going on. You got my levels for this week of what I'm watching for bearish or bullish bias. Join me live today between 2 and 3 p.m. And during the week, hopefully I'll be going back live with Miss Mary again. So again, learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make them, and stick to your disciplines and trade safely and end the year strong.
Recognition, I'm on a mission.